Alex Honnold. He is a 38-year-old American rock climber who does a bunch of free solo climbs. He was born and raised in California, and he's been climbing ever since he was a kid. He grew up in Sacramento, California, and started climbing at the age of 5. Alex was very smart in high school. He had a 4.6 GPA and got into UC Berkeley. He studied engineering, but he wasn't happy at college. The death of his father caused him to drop out. After dropping out of college, Alex decided to start living in a van so he can climb wherever he wanted, whenever he wanted.
So I lived in my last van for 9 years. I put like 200,000 miles on it, or a little bit less than that, but yeah, basically I've lived in a van for a decade now. And so having this van and being able to stand in it and train in it and have refrigerated food and all that, it's a pretty big step up after 10 years of living like all bent over inside my car. I don't think van life is particularly appealing. You know, it's not like I love living in a car, but I love living in all these places. Like I love being in Yosemite, I love being, you know, basically wherever the weather is good. I love being able to follow good conditions all over and be relatively comfortable as I do it.
Alex is also very wealthy. He makes about $200,000 a year and has a net worth of over $5 million. He donates all of his money back to research and cancer. Alex is most known for his free solo climbs. Free solo climbs are climbs where there are no ropes, no harnesses, or anything holding you up. He climbed a mountain in Yosemite Park that was 3,000 feet tall and only vertical. He did this with only chalk.
Hello. I'd like to show you guys 30 seconds of the best day of my life.
Alex was the first ever climber to climb this mountain. No one thought it could be done without ropes, and he proved everyone wrong. The mountain is about 3,000 feet tall, and it goes straight up. For reference, this is about the size of 1.5 World Trade Centers. Furthermore, Alex did this climb in 3 hours. Other climbers who have tried to attempt this using ropes have taken 4 days. In order to film parts of his documentary, they had to hire climbers who were also skilled in photography. Since the filmmakers were all elite climbers, it was very hard for them to not tell Alex what turns to make and where not to step. They had to just sit there and record. They weren't allowed to involve themselves in the climb, and they weren't allowed to help him out. This caused a lot of arguments between the filmmakers and Alex, because they didn't want him to fall and get injured on their watch.
And are you fearful when you're on the wall, when you get up 3,000 feet, something like that?
Well, I probably would be if I hadn't prepared for it. I mean, so with climbing El Capitan, it was something that I've been dreaming about for years, and then spent probably a full year in prepreration. So
how do you prepare? You go to the REI store and you climb up the
Yeah, exactly.
thing?
You buy a little starter kit and you just like figure it out. No, I mean, so the biggest part for me, the preparation, was the visualization, the psychological side, like imagining that it was possible, and that took like years to sort of wrap my head around the idea.
It did.
But then, yeah, I mean, it's pretty, you know, every time you drive into Yosemite, you see the wall, you're like, that's a big wall.
Has anyone else tried to climb that wall?
No.
No, okay.
Alex and his wife had a baby back in 2022, and he hasn't done the most extreme solo climb since he is worried about getting hurt and not being able to raise his daughter. After the birth of their daughter, Alex decided to take a more cautious approach to life. They moved to Las Vegas, Nevada, and live in the Red Rocks.
Beautiful day to go out solo.
To free solo is to go without a rope and to go without gear, to only have your rock shoes and your chalk bag and the power of the mind. It's also very profound. Reason it's probably the ultimate is there's one wrong move, you fall, you die.
Yeah, let me try that again.
And the person at the top of this game, and it's hard to even call this a game, is Alex Honnold. Alex Honnold is probably a perfect example, is someone who's not only trained very hard, but is unbelievably gifted. He is like Michael Jordan.
Despite Alex's age being older for rock climbers, he is still the most skilled and best rock climber there is. There is no one that's younger than him that can do the things he can do. And even though he isn't doing his free solo climbs that he used to do, that doesn't mean that his career is over.